Hello La Patera students and welcome back. This is Mr. Rock coming from your garden. I hope you had a great time making your journals, your Cook Grow journals with Miss Sammy. I have mine here. Today we are going to start our first activity. It is going to be doing an observation. So this is going to be a nature-based observation and we're going to be using our 5 senses to do observations in nature. Let me explain to you how this is going to work out. Our 5 senses: touch, taste, smell, see, and hear. You are going to make one observation for each one of these senses. All right, we have set up our Cook Grow journal. I have a page here. It's printer paper. You can use any kind of paper you would like to do this. For this activity, you're going to break up your paper into 4 sections. Here I have touch, see, smell, and hear. And I've divided these into boxes. And this is where I'm going to make my observations. So something that I touch out in nature, I'm going to make my observation here. See, and I'm going to make my observation here. Okay, so we have 5 senses. This is only 4 of the senses. Our 5th sense, which is taste, that's going to go on the back. And the reason you're going to have it on the back is because today when you go out to the nature, this activity can be done at the park. It can be going on a walk, or it can be in your backyard if you have some nature in your backyard. But something that for taste, we're not going to be tasting things in the park or things like that because it might not be safe. So later when you're home with an adult, you can taste something at home and you can describe the taste here on the back. But we have our Cook Grow journal ready to go and we are ready to make our observations. Wow, look at this huge oak tree. This is the perfect observation for sight. So this is what I am writing down. I'm writing down a large oak tree. What else can I put down about what I see? Well, it has 4 branches, really big branches over there. And let's go take a look at the leaves. Maybe we can describe what those leaves look like. See if I can find one on the ground. Oh, here's one of the leaves. It is green. It has kind of spiky edges. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write down some things here in my journal. Okay, here I am making my sketch of the tree. The big branches, nice solid trunk. And I noticed couple branches went off to the side and the other one went off to the other side. Now I'm making a sketch, but you can also use descriptive words and describing it like it was green, but it had a brown trunk. It had 3 different large branches. Tell us as much as possible about your tree. So here's the base of my tree. And I can stick on a real leaf from the tree to remind me of what it looked like. And we have made our observation for sight or see. Okay, we have one of our senses, which is see or sight, done. We're going to move on to touch. And you can do it in any order that you want. So you can do hear, smell, whichever, in any order. Okay? And I'm focusing on touch because I wanted to remind us that this is a good thing to do with supervision. So for instance, here in the garden we have some strawberries, and I happen to know that strawberries are safe to touch. Okay? So let's try to think about how we're going to make this observation. I am writing down the touch and how things felt. My strawberry leaf. It was smooth on the top of the leaf, and it was rough on the bottom. I also noticed that the stem was hard. This is my description of my strawberry leaf. here we are next to a lavender plant, and it happens to smell. And I'm going to use my descriptive words to describe how this smells. And you might need to rub the plant a little bit in order to release the oils, right? By rubbing it, it kind of releases the oils and it helps you to smell it, okay? And you can describe how it smells maybe on how you feel when you're smelling it. Like, I smell this and I feel calm. It reminds me of a cloudy day. And maybe you can describe it with the colors that how you feel. It feels light and uplifting. So this lavender, I would write down all of those words: uplifting, calming, things like that in here. And if I wanted to, I could even take a little tiny piece of this lavender and I could put it in my journal. Again, you can use glue, you could tape it on there however you want. But then later you can then remind yourself, oh yeah, that's right. It did smell uplifting. It did smell calming. Okay, so you're gonna continue and you're gonna do this with your sense of hearing. And for that, I recommend try to close your eyes for a minute when you're hearing something, because it helps focus on what you're trying to listen to, right? And that is it. Finish these journals, and remember, when you get home, you're gonna do your tasting with your family, hopefully, okay? So good to see you, and until the next activity, take care.